Good morning, commuters. I have no voice today. And I was thinking, I did not sleep at all last night. I didn't sleep at all last night. Anyway, so, crazy. Was this a crazy weekend? I was feeling so good about volunteering at Pride Fest and having an employer that does that. And then some nutcase goes and shoots up a nightclub. There's all these people already claiming that he's an Islamic terrorist with ties to ISIS and all of that, and Donald Trump is strutting around like a peacock. You know what? Let's stop. This is what I did on Saturday that I was going to tell you guys, and I thought, I better not say it, because there's all those people that have died, and it's so easy to get an AR-15, and how did this guy get a weapon, and all of that. And people saying that, we shouldn't be pushing our own agenda because we should be honoring the dead. Well, I think we haven't honored any of these dead because we haven't done anything to prevent more of them. You don't honor the dead by letting the same thing that happened over and over and over and over again to keep happening over and over and over again. Was it Einstein that said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome? Over and over and over, these guys with mental issues are able to get weapons. Now, maybe there's nothing we can do. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe they'd always be able to. The thing I read is this guy didn't even have a police record. Are you coming over? Are you coming over? Come over. Come on. Come on. Come over. Boy, he was swearing up a storm. Bitching about me. No blinker indicating that he's coming over. None. Just staring at me because I'm in the wrong place and swearing. Not even a smile when I let him in because I didn't have to let him in. That right there is what's wrong with America. It really is. It's bitching and complaining. So I'm going to tell you this anyway because you know what? I think it's uplifting. So on Saturday, man, we have come so far. So far. We really have. I remember going to Pride Fest and there would be a line of protesters. A huge line. Big banners, big signs. And over the years, the lines have gotten smaller. But I haven't been to Pride Fest until this weekend I think it was probably just before or just after my oldest grandsons were born. So, that's 11 years. That's a long time. And this year, we come up, and I didn't even think about it, but there's this guy, and I barely noticed him, denouncing us. He's got the big sign that we're going to hell and all of that. And I just thought to myself, wow, you look pretty sad, standing there all by yourself. I mean, where are the protesters? Where are the people who are going to scream at us, tell us that we shouldn't have left our husband and children, although I have to admit that was the most original one, at home? Where are the people calling us sodomites? Where are the people calling us feminazis? Where are these people? One lone guy? Poor little man. So, Cheryl did not want me to do this. She grabbed hold of my hand and was hanging on for dear life. And I said, just let go of me. She didn't know what I would do. Because when I was younger, I'd be in your face, screaming. But I just thought, that poor man, he needs a hug. So I walked up to him, stood this far away from him, looked up at him because he was taller than me, and he stopped talking on his mic and looked at me because I might have lesbian cooties or something. And he looked at me like, yes, and I'm like, I think you need a hug. Do you need a hug? I'm going to give you a hug. And I gave him a hug. And stiff as a board. Did not touch me with his hands. He probably had to go disinfect after because I gave him lesbian cutie. If I had kissed him on the cheek, the guy would have just died right there. And that stopped him from talking for about 10 minutes. Then some gay guy came up and started swearing at him. And I thought to myself, oh, dude, I don't have that much energy to swear at anybody anymore. I don't. And swearing at him just gives him what he wants. He wants you to yell at him. He wants that attention. There's something wrong in his life. I mean, I understand people that protest, politicians, and protest the war in Iraq, and protest. They're just protests. We're a protesting nation. We're very big on protesting. Very big on that. But what we're not big on is listening. We're not big on having a debate. We're not big on being compassionate. We're not big on that. We have spent so much time in this country worrying about my First Amendment rights. It's all about my First Amendment rights. And when I say my, that's a collective type of my. We're all worried about our First Amendment rights. That we're not worried about compassion. Telling a gay teenager that they're going to hell is not going to solve anything. It's not going to stop them from being a gay teenager. But it might send them over the edge, and now you've got a dead gay teenager. So, but I get it. They cannot possibly have anything in their lives. Because if they had something in their lives, they would do something. They would try to make the world a better place instead of telling people to go to hell. So I guess really, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite here and say that if you're protesting to make the world a better place, or you're protesting to bring about some issue, that's one thing. But protesting against a group of people because of their religion, sexual orientation, their ethnicity, their nationality, if you're protesting against people for things like that, you need a life. If you're protesting because you don't like the way some girl who just got herself knocked up chooses to deal with that pregnancy, you need a life. Because what you should be doing is trying to figure out how to avoid that. If you want people to get their butts in the pews, standing outside Gay Pride Fest in Milwaukee, it's not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. It isn't. So, and I also want to say to my Illinois peeps, because one of you contacted me and asked me if I was still in downtown Chicago. And I'm like, no, I wasn't in Chicago at all. Well, you were at Pride Fest. Milwaukee has a Pride Fest too. They've had it for over 20, I think this is 25 years. And it's been down at the Summerfest grounds for at least 20. So just so you know, we have gay people too. It's not just the people in Chi-Town. We have gay people too. And come to Milwaukee. We have a festival every single weekend. Every single weekend. We have Polish Fest. We have Pride Fest. We have German Fest. We have Festa Italiana. We have... just come to Milwaukee, people. We got it all. So, you know what? In the wake of those poor people, God rest their souls, in the wake of losing those poor people, let's honor them by showing love and compassion. And a few red noses. Have a good day, peeps.